When you ask Jim Gibbons why he's running for governor, you always get the same answer.
Our children's future and their education. I'm one of the leaders of the Education First initiative because I believe it's time to take the politics out of education. And as governor, I'll make sure that more of our tax dollars go directly into the classroom. I'm Jim Gibbons. As governor, my top priority will be to make our schools better.
Experience, leadership, trust. Jim Gibbons for governor.
We've had to make spending reductions in other areas. For example, we had to reduce state funding for Nevada State higher education.
Okay. The budget cut proposal will not only affect higher education, but Nevada as a whole.
If the proposal is approved, virtually no one will be untouched.
I'm a proud student here at UNR and would like to be a proud graduate someday. The budget cuts are going to delay that for me since I am paying my way through school. And by then I am worried that my degree might not have the same value when I do graduate.
Coming to UNR was supposed to be a fun experience for me so I can enjoy college, and now I'm worried only about if I'll be able to afford to continue attending UNR next fall.
I've always wanted to go out of state to college, but the Millennium Scholarship was too hard to give up. If the budget cuts go through, then I will transfer schools because tuition will be the same.
It's going to affect me pretty bad.
If budget cuts go through, I wouldn't be able to go to school. My Millennium Scholarship would run out quicker than planned, along with the other ones I've been using. I'm going to school solely on scholarships, and it's not fair that the budget cuts are going to only make it harder for me to go to school.
Why Nevada? I chose Nevada because I had heard that the medical school was really good, and I was originally going to go away out of state and play soccer, but I chose to stay here for the medical school.
I play softball at the university, and if it wasn't for getting a scholarship, then I definitely wouldn't be here. So if there were budget cuts, then that would prevent, or could prevent, future student athletes from going to the university because there won't be as many scholarships to give out.
I play basketball here, and I basically chose Nevada because the athletics are pretty good, and I think if the budget cuts go through, it really hurt the entire athletic program. So
Krista, what's your story?
Well, I moved from Arizona up to California with my mom and my ex-stepdad. Well, now ex-stepdad. They were married at the time, and I haven't talked to my real dad in like 13 years. And we went up there, and my stepdad got off drugs. They were both hardcore druggies. My stepdad got off drugs. We put my mom in rehab. She was clean for a while, started doing it again. So that eventually led to their divorce. So I moved out to Carson City with my mom. And after about a year and a half of living with her, I just couldn't handle it anymore. So my brother and I left her and went and lived with my ex-stepdad in Reno. And I've been with him for the last 5.5 years. And so finally, just a couple months ago, I got legally adopted into his family. Just from that way, it'd be official. So I guess I mainly went to live with him just to get away from all the problems, because I knew that if I stayed with my mom, that there really wouldn't have been a future there, because she was never really into school. Like, I would come home with my grades and be like, oh my gosh, look, I did great. She'd be like, yeah, good job. Just like wouldn't care.
So is that why you wanted to come to Reno, is in UNR?
Well, when I went to live with my dad, I had always done really well in high school. Like, I had like a 4.6 weighted GPA, 3.9 unweighted. So I always had like really good grades, and I went to UNR mainly so that I'd have different lives than what both my parents had, because I didn't want to be around any of the drugs or anything like that. And so I guess that was my way of having a different future.
UNR faces a potential cut of $64 million. As a result, the university has been forced to cut programs that are important to students. The Math and Writing Centers, the Marching Band, the Career Development Center, the Office of Greek Life have already been cut. Numerous temporary faculty members have been cut as well.
Well, I just first met my mom for the first time about a year ago, and it really wasn't a great thing. And my dad and stepmother actually told me not to go meet her because I was going to regret it in the past, or in the future. And basically, when we were younger, she had stolen money from my dad, and she was a druggie and alcoholic, and she abused us when we were younger and everything, and it just wasn't good at all. And I actually invited her home with me because she was actually having a rough time and everything. And then so when we came back home, she actually stole more money from me, and she ended up stealing my boyfriend's father's money and ran off, and I haven't seen her since, and it's just a thing that I'm going to regret my whole life. And I moved out here because I wanted to get away from everything and everyone, and I could look, make myself someone.
Hey, I'm Jay Bovell. I'm a freshman. I'm 19.
So why Nevada?
Well, I kind of come from really far away, obviously, 3,000 miles plus. I come from Tennessee, and I really just kind of wanted someplace different and new for college, because it's like, I don't know, I've never moved ever in my life, so I lived in the same house for 18 years, and I've always wanted to, like, I don't know, experience someplace new, and Nevada is kind of the polar opposite of the Southeast, like 100%. Well, because of the budget cuts, I mean, I pay like 100% out-of-state tuition. Like I don't have any scholarships, no breaks or anything. So with the budget cuts, you raise the tuition even 100%, and I'm paying $40,000 almost. And there's private schools like Duke University. I mean, I can go to Harvard for almost that much money. So I might as well I'm actually looking at transferring back, because it's not, with the cost of tuition to the downgrading of the education, it's not worth my money anymore. Like, it doesn't equal out, especially because there's a lot more affordable schools in the state of Tennessee with pretty top-notch engineering programs.
Are you going to move back to Tennessee for sure next year?
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Because of this, or because you just...
No, yeah, because of the budget cuts. Because it's not economical for me to go here anymore.